Midweek Moderato. My lung-busting attempt to bag the Clockwise Hillycom's coveted prize at around the 40-kilometre mark of this otherwise aerobically restrained internal semi-metric might well have been impeded by an unwitting and ill-advised choice to combine the least aerodynamic road frame in Zwift's ever-broadening range, excluding John Kemp Starley's prohibitively safe Bone Shaker and the complementary Buffalo bike, with the fastest but also most gravitationally challenged wheel set, alongside the enraging distraction of Wahoo's wearable cardiologist failing to keep pace with my heartfelt suffering, no matter how tightly strapped nor hard I slapped. And as if fate saw fit to compound such technological turmoil, no sooner had I swabbed the sweat from my eyes than every avatar on Watopia's hitherto densely populated landmass spontaneously vanished into cyclical cyberspace's fifth dimension. Initially waited to verify whether or not this glitch related to a temporary loss in synchronicity with one of Zwift's melting servers, somewhere deep within the labyrinthine corridors of a Brazilian data center. Though after 5 further minutes of solitary spinning, parity was not restored. Disembarked and commenced the usual litany of diagnostics, first resetting my faithful work PlayStation's Wi-Fi adapter by locating its applicable icon in the Network and Sharing Center, which itself can be accessed via the Windows control panel, then disabling and re-enabling the device, though each time a subsequent inspection of the status box revealed that it was not being automatically assigned an IP address from within the LAN's router's specified DHCP range, and thus remained effectively cut off from my home network, unable to see any of its 3 other PCs, or even allow Zwift's companion app to detect that the game was running and synchronize with my activities. Dashed upstairs to the room where all communication equipment resides to confirm that my full fibre slip lane to the superfast highway had not been compromised by any local service outage, to which BT's website made no reference. Sure enough, the ringed status light on the company's supplied 3rd-gen business hub was illuminated a steady blue, whilst all activity LEDs on its accompanying wall-mounted modem, to which its WAN port is connected with one Cat6 Ethernet cable, were also permanently lit, with the rightmost flickering in random intervals, indicating that a solid connection between our premises and the local exchange had been established. A cursory rifle through all relevant configuration options within the router's browser-based control panel also revealed nothing untoward, though my main system remained effectively offline, with no incoming or outgoing data transmissions reported, and all web pages steadfastly refusing to load a single character. Unsurprisingly, the eventual solution was a simple system reset, though not before I'd captured a still of my avatar having inherited the Hilly Roots' coveted Triple Crown jersey, thereby proving that such battles for personal pride tend to be more easily won when one only has themselves to beat. Back out, warm down. Surfaced at 1/4 hour of what our climate clairvoyance computations should have classified as the frigid and frosty crack of a late winter's dawn, had their cold readings been somewhat more in touch with both the elemental spirits that inhabit a supernatural realm far beyond Earth's ozone layer, though fractionally below its most adventurous weather balloons, and those mortal subjects for whom they claim to utilize psychic powers as a means of communicating with these celestial entities. Cranked up to a comfortable cruising velocity down Harbour Way, feeling my choice of snug-fitting attire was well informed in light of the thickening chill, and hoping my core would remain thawed out during what I sensed was sure to become a thermally induced session of scarcely active recovery. exchanged sympathetic glances with several on-piste trailblazers throughout an otherwise uneventful mosey from Ferry Footbridge to the eastern outskirts of Lancing's now finalised Greenfield housing project, where over 600 affordable luxury apartments now serve their satisfied occupants, excluding a small proportion who the Night Critters Gazette reports have complained of paranormal disturbances after sundown. These incidents are so far limited to 2 large low-rise blocks located in the development's central complex, and concern sightings of ghostly apparitions roaming their lobbies, elevators and common parts. An anonymous spokesperson with purported close ties to the scheme's council-appointed contractor allegedly expressed worry that what numerous residents have described as mysterious hooded figures wandering the corridors outside their newly acquired homes might be monks haunting the very buildings that were constructed upon land previously occupied by their namesake presbytery and farm, which by sinister coincidence was originally christened after a Victorian monk who frequently visited the farm during the late 1800s and tragically fell to his death down a well. No footage clearly showing the cowled spectres has yet been captured by any security cameras, though at least 1,000 videos thought to have been recorded on smartphones by residents, visitors and delivery drivers have been submitted by Ada Council to an independent team of expert analysts, who are currently reviewing each clip for evidence of AI-generated enhancements. And within roughly half the time it took for my drifting mind to spin out that tall tale, I'd returned home, along an increasingly crowded coast, to savour my usual souvenir mug of county-branded breakfast brew.